Superior means toward the head. Nikki's heart is superior to her abdomen. Inferior means away from the head. Nikki's knee is inferior to her chin. Anterior means toward the front of the body. Her eyes are anterior to her spine. And posterior means toward the back of the body. Her kidneys are posterior to her appendix. Proximal means closer to the origin of the body. Nikki's shoulder is proximal to her wrists. And distal means farther from the origin of the body, so her toes are distal to her knees. And both of these words pertain to arms and legs. Superficial means closer to the body's surface. Her skin is superficial to her muscles. And deep means farther from the body's surface, so her bones are deep to her skin. Medial means toward the midline. Nikki's nose is medial to her eyes. Lateral means away from the midline. Her ears are lateral to her mouth.
The axial skeleton includes your skull, your neck, and your ribcage. Your appendicular skeleton includes your right arm, your left arm, your right leg, and your left leg. There are 3 planes in the human body. One of the main ones is the sagittal plane, which separates left and right halves of the body. Every human body, especially Kayla, has a mid-sagittal line which separates left and right halves of the body equally, straight down the middle. Another plane in the human body is called the frontal plane. Turn this way, Kayla. And this cuts straight down this way and separates the front half of her body and from the back half of the body. So like her face would peel off this way and the back of her head would peel off this way. The third plane is called a transverse plane, which cuts straight through this way, so that the first upper half of her body is going to be separated from the bottom half of her body. The body contains 2 major body cavities. The first body cavity is the dorsal body cavity, which includes the cranial cavity and the vertebral cavity. The cranial cavity encloses the brain, and the vertebral includes the spinal cord. The purpose of the dorsal cavity is to protect all of your nervous system. The second major body cavity is the ventral body cavity, which is located anterior to the dorsal. The ventral body cavity encases all of your interior organs.
Viscera.
The ventral cavity is subdivided into 2 parts, the thoracic and the abdominopelvic. The first subdivision is the thoracic cavity. The thoracic cavity contains your lungs and your heart. It is also superior to your abdominopelvic cavity. The abdominopelvic cavity contains 2 parts, the abdominal part and the pelvic region. The abdominal region contains your stomach, your liver, your intestines, and your spleen, and other organs. And your pelvic cavity, or region, contains your bladder, your reproductive organs, and your rectum.
So in addition to the 2 subdivisions in the abdominopelvic cavity, the whole thing is divided into 9 smaller sections or regions. So you have your right and left hypochondriac region, which is where here your liver is located and then your stomach. You have your right and left lumbar regions and your right and left iliac regions. And down the middle, up here at the top, you have your epigastric region, and in the middle is your umbilical region, and down here is your hypogastric region, which is where your bladder is located. In addition to the 9 divided sections in the abdominopelvic region, there are 4 quadrants that are used to divide up the abdominopelvic region, which is your upper right and left quadrant and your lower right and left quadrant.